All right, guys, welcome back into another video. My name is Nolan. Thank you so much for joining. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment if you have something to say. Please, we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear you guys' feedback. We got a good video today talking about, unfortunately, a boring topic, the ESPYs. The ESPYs, for as long as I can remember, has been pretty boring, pretty bland, not a lot of drama, not a lot going on. You know, you get the sad stories and how people overcame things, and it's inspirational, I get it, but to watch it for a few hours is not that enjoyable. But it was a little bit different this year, had some drama, had some interest this year, mainly because of the host. It was hosted by Shane Gillis. And if you don't know, the ESPYs is the sports world, or ESPN in particular, run by ABC. They have their sports awards show, the ESPYs, where they vote on the best male athlete, the best female athlete, the best team in sports, the best story in sports, all these different things that they vote on, and they have an award type show, and you get up and give your speech, and it's normally just too boring. You can't watch it. I mean, I guess the outfits are cool, athletes are going to dress crazy. So you get the outfits. No one's really gonna say that much. There's not gonna be that much drama. But thank God this year ESPN or ABC, they went a little different. They went a little bolder, and they hired Shane Gillis, one of the biggest names in comedy right now, younger guy who is kind of seen as too controversial for mainstream people to hire. So it was a little bit of a surprise. I don't think he is that controversial, but ever since he was hired by SNL, Saturday Night Live, and then never worked there, sent packing before he could work there because some outrageous take that he had or a joke that he made that did not land and people thought were offensive. So I don't know. I think he kind of saved the show. His monologue was funny, had a few viral clips and jokes that really helped the ESPYs. So let's take a look at his top 5 jokes.
Here, give it up for SGA. Hell yeah, bro. And now everybody sitting around him is in foul trouble. Karl Anthony Towns is here. Hey, girl.
After all that,
Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist fighting black women. 4-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
So if you can't already tell, I am a fan of this move by ESPN. Get somebody more controversial, somebody that will say at least some jokes that push the envelope a little bit. He won't be safe. He's okay with getting silence and groans and whatever, he can be used to it, and kind of probably is a big enough sports fan that he expected it and knew that a lot of people would not laugh at his jokes. But I don't know. I think ESPN or ABC or whoever does the hire has to be commended for this, for taking a risk, going with a younger, bolder comedian. I think it was the right play, a good play. Did it make the ESPYs watchable? Not really. I mean, let's be honest. It's not really that watchable, but the clips nowadays, everything is clips and TikTok videos, YouTube shorts. I think they're funny. I think he made some good jokes. I think it was a big signal from ESPN that they are maybe trying to move in a different direction and connect with younger men, and I don't know, kind of be a little bit bolder, I would hope. So that's kind of my take. I think Shane is one of the funniest guys out there. I mean, I don't know if he's number one on the list, but he is close. He might be the funniest guy out there. And it is such a different style of comedy. I mean, is it the greatest joke writing? Maybe not. You could say somebody like Tony Hinchcliffe is a better joke writer, but his faces, his demeanor, the way he tells the stories, the way he talks about history and sports, I think is hilarious. I think he's very funny. Is he the funniest guy? I don't know, but he's getting close to up there with, at least in my lifetime, the comedians that I can think of who I think were at the top were, Patrice O'Neal, Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle. These are the guys that were, I don't know, would you include John Mulaney for a little bit? Maybe, maybe not, but these were the guys that were just huge superstars. And now there's lots of them. Tom Segura, Theo Von, Shane. Lots of these guys that are jockeying for who's the funniest comedian, who's the funniest guy going right now, what's the best show to see. So I thought it was a good hire by ABC, ESPN, whoever did it. I think it was a hit. I think Shane and the ESPYs is good, and I think they should try and pivot to, a lot of these award shows are just so boring. So you got to get a host that's going to step on some toes, that's going to make some controversy, that's going to have some jokes. If everything's too safe, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. But let me know, what do you guys think in the comments? Shane Gillis, is he the funniest out there right now? Was this a hit? Was this a miss? Did you like some of his jokes? Could you make it through the ESPYs? Let me know what you guys think.